Hello and welcome. I'm Wendy Irene from GiveLoveCreateHappiness.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all the people who have followed me for a long time and for those of you who are new. So today's video is actually an idea that was given to me by Vishnu of the really awesome website Vishnu's Virtues. He's a coach and he's been writing articles and blog for a really long time. I think we started around the same time, maybe close to. I don't even know how long it's been, to be honest. I haven't checked how many years it's been, but it's got to be at least over a decade. Anyway, he let me know that there might be some interest in animal energy healing. So what I'm going to do is, in this video, walk you through what it is that I personally would do if I were doing an animal energy healing session. So when we talk about it, it will be quicker than it would be like if I were doing it with the animal. But this way, this is something that anybody can do. We all have the ability to get in alignment with unconditional love. And that's really what energy healing is about for me personally. So we can impact those around us or even people that aren't even anywhere near us with our energy. Are we putting out loving energy? We can impact people positively. We can impact people negatively. We can do that with our thoughts. So that's why it's so important to practice kindness and love, not just when you're speaking out loud, but just like as a way of being as often as possible, not having like unrealistic perfection expectations, because none of us feel that way all the time. And it's not that you need to feel that way all the time, but it's just being conscious of the fact that our energy does impact others. So once you're conscious of that, you tend to make more deliberate choices with where you align your energy. Okay, so let's get started in the animal energy healing. So the first thing that I would do would be to do a little meditation session. For me, that would mean maybe quickly going through my chakras and then drawing in the white light. Basically, clearing my energy, trying to get in a space of letting go of the mind and just being like my consciousness, my inner being. And I might also envision the room being completely cleansed of any energy, like anything, like any debris being picked up by the light and then sent out of the house or the room. Basically, this is just to clear my energy first. So if you're not into meditation, or if meditation is new to you, what I would do is I would do a 5-minute guided meditation, one that really uplifts you. On YouTube, Rebecca Campbell has some really great quick meditations just that comes to mind. I have some guided meditations. My teacher, Linda Davidson, she has guided meditations. But I would do a little short guided meditation just to get yourself in like a peaceful state. And then after that, I would visualize the animal, and maybe the animal's in front of you so you can be looking at it, or maybe it's not, maybe it's nowhere near you. But visualize white light coming from source. So I would not bring the light through you. I would bring the light directly from source. So for me, visualizing that energy healing would be coming like just a picture it coming from the heavens down into the animal. Now you might want to start at I would start at the way I would typically do it is start at the bottom of the body and then visualize the white light traveling up through the body. It doesn't have to be in any specific order. And I would use your intuition. So it's like if you just want to start with the heart, then start with white light coming into the heart. If you want to start with a certain area of the body, or if there's a certain area where you feel like it needs more healing, visualize the white light coming from source into that area of the animal. And then just visualize the white light filling up the animal. Now, I think it's particularly important to say a prayer, and because I think prayer definitely positively impacts people and animals. So basically, I would say, please help them to be filled with divine light and love. Or I only allow unconditional love and light, because really what you want to be sending the animal is unconditional love and light. That is energy healing for me. And this is a very personal thing, and you might hear something different from somebody else. But for me, it's about positively impacting the animal or the person with unconditional love. Now, here's where I find this is the hardest part. I find it very hard to do energy healing practices when it's my particular family members or my particular animal. Not that I won't do it, because I will, but where you want to be is a state of non-attachment. So not attached to the results. And often we want to do energy healing because we very much are attached to what happens. So what you need to understand is that for me, energy healing is about positively impacting another being. It could be a tree even, or a plant, but positively impacting it with unconditional love without any expectations of a certain result. Of course, we all want our unconditional love to have a very positive impact on whatever it is that we're doing energy healing. And when you're coming from a place of love, it absolutely is. What the end result is not in our control. Like, we are not in control of life and death. That is beyond our control, right? So going into it with the knowing that you are providing unconditional love for something is such a beautiful thing and such a beautiful practice. And then realizing that although it can be hard, we cannot be attached to what the end result is, because that's beyond us, right? Whether you believe, call it God or the universe or whatever, like, all we can do, in my opinion, is positively impact something with unconditional love, and that can only help. That can only help provoke healing, right? But it isn't up to us what the result is. So basically, energy healing for me is taking time, making space to send my unconditional love to something, and prayer. And, I like to channel light because that's what I do for myself. So I would channel light coming from source directly to the person or the animal. And I would focus that light in any areas where you feel like there is especially needing healing, but filling up the whole body with light. And then after filling up the body, I would fill the whole room with light. And then I would send the light into the earth and fill up the earth, as I always like to end with healing, sending unconditional love to the earth, like the whole earth as a practice. You might want to see it as spreading from your city to your state to your country to then your continent to the whole planet. But that's how I would go about a session of animal healing. So it's just that however much time you feel and your intuition that you want to spend on it, spend on channeling lights, spend on sending so much love you're basically sending unconditional love from your highest self to another being, which is so beautiful. And also, I guess I should mention, for me, I would try and make the space as peaceful for myself as possible too. So, if you want to light a candle or if you want to put out something beautiful, you just want to make the space really peaceful. It's about you being in the most loving, peaceful state that you can to then try and share your love with another being. Okay, friends, I really hope that this gave you some good tips for doing some energy healing. And I want you to know that these abilities are within all of us, and healing is within each and every one of us, and we are all capable of unconditional love. And for me, that's what energy healing really is about. It's about being in a space of unconditional love as close to it as we can, right? Because say you call God unconditional love, we are a mixture of light and dark, and so what we're trying to do is just line ourselves up with love as much as we can and pass that love on. If this was helpful for you, leave me a comment and let me know, because I would love to hear from you. Or if you have any other ideas for videos that you would really like, just let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And if you liked it, it would mean so much to me if you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because it helps circulate the videos, and click the bell to be notified of new videos to come. You can find many more articles and recipes and other things like that on my website, givelovecreatehappiness.com. Okay, I'm wishing you a beautiful week. Bye, friends.